everyone, it's Antwill the Comic Geek here, where I review things based on comics. Now, today's review is the top 12 comic book story arcs I do like. I just remembered that there were more story arcs from comic books I didn't like, so I'm putting them in the dishonorable mentions list. So, without further ado, let's start. Batman the Killing Joke. Well, this is the best story I've ever read, because this is where we get to see the Joker's origin of how he became the Joker. We don't know his real name yet. I'm still looking it up. I just don't know what his real name is. And this is where Barbara Gordon becomes Oracle. The Joker just surprised her and shot her, which paralyzed her legs. Yeah. Anyway, next. 1 through 12 only. Just 1 through 12, Marvel Knights Spider-Man. 1 through 12. Because, it's really a good story, that's all I can say. I like the design they made in it, and all of Spider-Man's villains were in it, the ones I know, and the Avengers and the Fantastic Four and the X-Men were in it too. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Batman Incorporated. Yeah. This is the last issue of it. This is where Batman's son, Robin, dies. Yeah, this is the 4th Robin this time. Just the 4th Robin. And don't worry, he comes back. But just the concept of him. I didn't know Batman had a whole group of allies in this new era. Batman Robin Rises. This is where Batman goes to find Damian's body. And Talia's. Because someone stole him. It was stolen. And then Damian's body was stolen again. This time from Darkseid's forces. So Batman gets in this gargoyle bat armor, and it's very strong. But the armor could kill him. So yeah. If you guys want to look that up, go look at the other people that reviewed this story already. The Batman Hush storyline was my favorite too. It shows we see this guy that's in bandages. It's Hush, by the way. We just don't know who he is until the very end. Till the very end of the comic. They did a good design in the comic too. Yeah. Next. Daredevil Yellow. 3 words. Best story ever. It tells everything about Matt Murdock's origin of how he became Daredevil. Yeah, we all saw that in the first comic of Daredevil. But this one showed it better. First he wore a yellow costume, then he went to the red one. Yeah, and he used his... Well, I just don't know how he can still see. He's blind, by the way. Anyway. Batman Court of the Owls. Well, this creeped me out a little bit. The Court of the Owls haunted Bruce and Bruce thinks that they killed his parents. And there's a lot of backstory of what happened about his parents. Also, the Court of Owls, they're like the Illuminati or something, because they're just like the Illuminati. Death of the family was kind of scary. Do not read this, and do not read this when kids are around, and don't let them see it either. It's not for children. It's for young adults and adults. So the Joker comes back after his face was like cut off, and then he goes back to the police station to get his face. He just tied a belt on it to put on his face and some metal stuff. He's creepy. Like, he cut off his face just to prove a point. Some point. Batman Nightfall. This is where you guys just saw the picture. Bane breaks Batman's back, and the origin to Bane. That's all I can say. Justice League, Throne of Atlantis. This was good too. This comic book is based off the movie Justice League, Throne of Atlantis. It's a good comic book. It's just like in the movie, but different. In this comic book, like, if you saw the movie, it had all the Justice League members. But in the comic book, it didn't have that much. It only had Aquaman, Wonder Woman, Batman, and Superman. Just them. And Cyborg. Yeah. So, Spiderman Wedding Day. This was my favorite too. This is how Peter and MJ or Mary Jane, whatever you can call her, get married. But they're about a little nervous, and I keep thinking that they aren't gonna call it off. But I want them to be together, because it's mainly Spider-Man and Mary Jane should be together. Just agree with me. Like in my top 12 love interests to the superheroes, MJ and Peter should always and will be together. I just hope they do that. Anyway, before we get to number 1, let's look at some honorable mentions and dishonorable mentions. The dishonorable mentions I could have just used for my last video. I didn't think of it, so don't hate on me. Just a quick reminder about the other one of my dishonorable mentions. Spider-Man One More Day. I really, 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 really hate that one. I definitely do. Any comic reviewer on YouTube knows about this. Spider-Man One More Day, it sucks. I don't like it at all. Check them out. And also, it's just horrible. Just horrible. It's just real horrible. It's really horrible. I just thinking about it it's just, oh God. Number one. Oh, so I had to recover from Spider-Man. That other thing I just talked about. Anyway, the Spider-Verse is the most best Spider-Man story arc I've ever read. I mean, it's awesome. There's all these different Spider-Men. There's Ultimate Spider-Man, the Ultimate Spider-Man from the TV show, the very old Spider-Man, you know, the first show of Spider-Man. Not the live-action one, cartoon. The first cartoon of Spider-Man. Spider-Man 2099, Spider-Woman, Silk, the India Spider-Man, Superior Spider-Man. I really hate that guy. Who else? You guys should just read it. It's good. So anyway, next time for the next couple of, I don't know how many, but there's a thing we need to talk about. Since Marvel just changed everything with Earth 616 and 1610, I'm going to do a tribute about it. Next time you'll see it. It's a tribute. And I put in music that you all know. Comment below if you guys just guess what music it is. It's a tribute to Earth 616. That's my favorite universe and mainstream universe. So anyway, I'm Will the Comic Geek, and I'll see you guys next time. Oh, and also here's the comic reviewers you should see. Okay? See ya.